This is the moment a routine traffic stop spiraled into a case that would later spark outrage and raise serious questions about police conduct. On January 16th, Cherish Faria, a 46-year-old woman, was driving toward a gas station near Highway 40 when she was pulled over by Officer Christine Newman, who was 53 at the time. What started as a simple stop quickly took a turn. Officer Newman approached the vehicle and asked for Faria's driver's license. After running her information, she discovered that Faria's license had been revoked just 2 days earlier. At that point, Newman ordered her to step out of the car. But Faria hesitated. She questioned the order and asked for clarification, wanting to understand why she needed to step out. She also requested to speak with a supervisor before complying. That moment of hesitation changed everything. The situation escalated rapidly. Without further discussion, Officer Newman opened the car door, forcefully grabbed Faria, and pulled her out of the vehicle. Faria fell face first onto the ground. What happened next would later become the center of the case. Newman jumped onto Faria's back, pinning her down. As the struggle continued, another officer arrived on the scene. Instead of de-escalating the situation, the responding officer used a stun gun on Faria, twice. At this point, Faria was already overwhelmed, restrained, and outnumbered. But the use of force didn't stop there. As officers moved to escort her, now in handcuffs, toward the patrol car, things took an even more disturbing turn. Officer Newman suddenly struck Faria, slapping her twice. Then, grabbing her by the hair, she forcefully slammed Faria's head into the bumper of the police vehicle. The entire encounter left Faria injured and shaken. She was rushed to the hospital, where doctors diagnosed her with multiple abrasions, as well as injuries to her neck and back. Despite her condition, Faria was taken into custody and spent the next 3 days in jail. In the immediate aftermath, the consequences for Officer Newman were minimal. The sheriff's office issued her a 2-day suspension, and in a move that shocked many, just 2 months later, she was named Officer of the Month. But the story didn't end there. Faria's father, who had spent years working with the Tampa Police Department, refused to let the incident go unanswered. Determined to seek justice, he pushed for legal action. A lawsuit was filed, and as more details came to light, the case began to gain attention. What initially seemed like a routine arrest was now being examined under a much harsher light. Investigators reviewed the actions taken during the stop, focusing on the level of force used and whether it was justified. Eventually, charges were brought against Officer Newman. She was accused of serious assault, minor assault, perjury, and multiple counts of violating her oath of office. The case took time to unfold. For nearly 2 years, legal proceedings continued as both sides presented their arguments. But in the end, the outcome was clear. Officer Christine Newman was fired from the sheriff's office. She was convicted and sentenced to 5 years in prison. In addition, she was permanently banned from working in law enforcement anywhere in the state of Georgia. A dramatic fall, from a decorated officer to a convicted criminal. And for many, the case raised difficult questions. How does a routine traffic stop escalate this far? Was the use of force justified at any point? And perhaps most importantly, why did it take so long for accountability to happen?